waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. 'Cause this is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. 'Cause this is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I hope everybody is having a great day. How is everybody doing? Hit that like button on your way in the building. Let me go ahead and put the headset on. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? All right. Let me see. TD Foolish Talk. Coke Master D, my hater in here. All right. That's all right. All right, y'all. We're going to go over Tua Tagovailoa's midseason grade, and then we're going to start some of the film from the Chiefs game. We only got pretty much like an hour, and then I'm going to come back later and do some more because I got a meeting at 12. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive in and knock it out. Remember, this stream is being brought to you by BetUS. Get in a game, receive a 125% sign-up bonus. Link is in the description of the video. Take advantage of the opportunity. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Super Bowl TD. Y'all already know I'm a little exhausted. Last night took a lot out of me, but I had to let them have it last night. Let me know in the chat if you were on the AFC East roundtable last night. It went down. It went down. It was a pretty dope episode. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people hit us up afterwards saying, man, that was one of the best episodes. Yeah, man, it went down. That's all I'll say. I really enjoyed it last night. That's what it's about, bringing everybody together and having a good old time, real good old time. All right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Roundtable Sports, just so you know, we are growing as a company, Roundtable Sports. So if you're not subscribed to the AFC East Roundtable, make sure that you go subscribe. Also, we have the NFC North Roundtable that I host personally. Go subscribe to that as well, just to show love and support. And now next week, we did announce last night that we're launching the AFC South Roundtable. So that's pretty dope. That's going to be our third roundtable channel. We're definitely growing as a company. And I think that we're going to probably get those, up and running and going for a little bit. And then that fourth installment, I'm pretty confident it'll be coming soon, probably in the NFC, since we already got two AFCs. So thank y'all for your love and support. Continue to help the company grow by showing your love. Something as simple as going to watch a video to get the analytics up so that it can be recognized by YouTube better, hitting the like button and just subscribing overall. All right. But we're so grateful. We appreciate everybody's love and support as always. Man, yeah, last night it went down. We're only 10 hours in and it already got like 10,000 views on that video last night. So yeah, that one will probably push about 14 to 15. It's crazy. Crazy, man. It's crazy, but it was a great show, man. Yeah, I'll read those comments later. A shout out to Ricardo Joseph. He said, congratulations on the big moves, TD. Thank you, sir, man. I'm just trying my best to what's the word to use? Leverage, and maximize what I have, leverage the opportunities, maximize, everything that's given. And I'm glad you brought that up. Quick side note, just a little something about me, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. I know y'all see me on the show and I go crazy sometimes and I stream, but I'm all about growth. I'm all about bigger and better things. I just couldn't imagine just being stagnant, TD fans talking, that's it all day. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, this week alone, I'm coming to the realization, man, in like 14 months, I'm gonna be 40. A year and 2 months, I'm gonna be 40. And although I don't mind at all, and I love doing this, but what is that all that's in my future? TV fans talk for the next 20, 30 years? No. Everything that goes on in my mental is about bigger and better, growing, spinning off and branches, and honestly, man, in today's world, with the way the economy is, the way life is, man, these are the type of moves you gotta make, so that's why I tell y'all, man, y'all stop worrying about my haters, stop comparing me to other people. Listen, I'm not in a competition mode. I'm in grow and take care of my family and do bigger and better things mode. And I'm just appreciative to have every single one of you guys that back that up and really support it and see that I have a vision and get behind me and say, I want to see this brother flourish. I want to see this guy, succeed. I want to be a part of pushing him to chase those dreams and have bigger and better things. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about, and that's what I push towards. So yeah, man. That's why I tell y'all, anybody who have ill will against me or say anything negative about me, don't worry about it, because I ain't even playing that game. I ain't gonna lie. When I first started, TD fans talk, I might have been a little bit in that type of game and stuff, but my mind can't stay there. I got to do bigger and better. I can't just be out here in a rat race talking about, oh, I got the best TD Dolphins. No, we building, baby. We build big things. We do big things. Big things. Okay? We don't limit. We don't limit the potential. All right. What did he say? Do you have the AFC North roundtable? It's coming, Jeffa. It's coming. It'll be coming at some point. All right. TD, a serious question. If the Bears give up or Justin Fields, is he salvageable? If so, do you think the fans should take a flyer on him, especially from a business financial standpoint? He'll be a good quarterback to bring in. Try to utilize him as um a Taysom Hill type guy. You got your quarterback, but maybe you need something and you want to bring him in for change of pace at the quarterback position. But this team, at the end of the day, they built around Tua, and they're going to continue to follow that path with Tua Tagovailoa. So all these quarterback options aren't really feasible unless it's somebody who's going to understand they're coming in to, be a backup and maybe, have a little small, little itty bitty package or something, utilization at some point, that's it. So not really thinking about another quarterback right now. T Rich said 100%. You already know, T. Appreciate you, homie. I appreciate you, T Rich, man. It's just so funny, man. As much back and forth that we are, it's just like this unsaid, TD, stop lying to the people. All right, I'm sorry. Whatever I've lied about. Facts, TD. Just keep being honest. I try. There go King Lowski. He done showed up. He said December coming soon. Don't ignore me, son. Nah, my boy. Don't be coming over here now, front and center or front row when I start the stream. I tore a hole in you last night. Pause. I demolished you last night. Pause. Hey, everybody know it. Don't get in your feeling. Don't worry. I'll see you next week, homie. I'll see you next week. I wasn't finna let you come in and try to bully the conversation last night. I got sick and tired of you running in these all up in these streets, all these platform streets, talking that talk. Oh no, I was coming for you last night. I saved a little energy. Now I ain't got no energy, so I might give you a pass next week and just let you go on at it. But boy, after Black Friday, you getting it. You getting it. TD already cut you down, man. Cut you down, man. Oh yeah, tell him, man. Tell him he don't like it. King Lowski the homie though, man. Truly thankful, man. Salute to you, brother. He said, "What's good? I tried to subscribe to the AFC South, but I keep getting the other guy's channel. Please pin it so we can get to be the first to support." All right, I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick, and then I'll drop the link. All right. Okay, AFC South Roundtable. All right, bam, it popped up. Oh no, it didn't actually. Some imitators popped up. Some AFC South Roundtable imitators popped up that literally started the AFC South channel a few days, like a month ago. Whenever they trying to copy us, but we'll just blow them out the water. Let me see. Hold on now, what's going on? Oh, there it is. Channel. There it is. Shame on me. I wouldn't even subscribe to it yet from this computer. All right, there you go. I just dropped the link. Hopefully it worked. You know, everybody go click on that link, subscribe to the AFC South Roundtable. It should be launching next Tuesday. All right. Thanks, truly thankful. Let's see, man. TD School the fool. Yeah, I don't understand. King Lowski the homie. It's just all healthy banter. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. Because I gotta go around 11:50, so I only got 50 minutes left. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's go over Tua Tagovailoa's mid-season grade. Here you go. As you can see, Tua Tagovailoa year 4 evaluation and grades by TD. I've already explained this every week, so I don't really want to go too much into explaining the chart, but we all came up with these goals together, so it's nothing that I did to be biased or anything like that. So this is what we have, but as you see, the last 2 weeks, week 8 and week 9 has been updated. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. As of right now, you see week 8, Tua was an A. We already know about that. That Chiefs game, Tua ended up grading out at a C-. Not bad. You know, a lot of people, they were really mad at Tua. Tua it is, but it wasn't a disastrous game. It wasn't, the worst of games. Now it's one of his worser games this season. Who did we play week 4, y'all? I don't remember. Who did we play week 4? And week 5. Y'all give me week 4 and week 5 because I don't feel like looking it up, honestly. Somebody help me out in the chat. Who did we play week 4? Okay. Oh, Buffalo. And who was week 5 in the Giants? Okay, so Buffalo didn't have a great game. Yeah, I think we already know that. The Giants game, it wasn't the greatest either. It wasn't as bad as Buffalo. But the 2 worst games, obviously, is Buffalo and the Chiefs. And then, the Giants. And week 2 was... Who was week 2 of the season? The Patriots, right? I think it was the Patriots. Yeah, I think week 2 was the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so and when you really look at it, this is fair. Like I said, this is fair. I ain't got nothing against Tua. Hey, like, am I tripping? But haven't I been on good behavior when it comes to Tua? Haven't I been on like really, really good behavior? Tua's our quarterback. Tua's our guy. If you ain't getting behind him and at this point, you're just really bitter. And you still ain't got to believe in him, but I've changed my stance a little bit on it. But yeah, man. So far, the Buffalo game was a rough go at it for Tua. Let's see, was it again? Yeah, the Buffalo game, the Patriots game, the Chiefs game, and the Giants game. It just wasn't his greatest, but you know what I love about it? Like, let me go back to this. Let's go back to year 3, right? This is year 3 with Tua. Like, I want you to look at how many D's and C's, right? There's 4 to end his season at the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 8 games out of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 8 out of 13 games, he was average or below. Last year, 8 out of 13 games was pretty much average or below. And the other 5 that were just so superior, they were great games. We all know, those are those runs. You got Baltimore, you got the Lions, Bears, I don't know, the Browns, I think, that stretch. Pittsburgh wasn't great. Then you had Houston, and then it fell apart. So we all already know that. Those were his great games last year. Baltimore, Lions, Bears, Browns, and Houston was fair, I guess. I think that was Houston. And then you had back to average or below. You had a lot of that last year. And barring any setback, I like this so far. I like this so far. Now, don't get me wrong. You got 4 games that are average, but you don't have any below average. And below average to me is D or worse. C- ain't below average. It's just average. All that 70 stuff, like 70 flat is average. 75 is, to 80 is like above average to me. Once you're in the 80s, it's getting good. 85 and above is really good. And then, your low 90s is great. High 90s is elite. That's kind of how my scale works. And right now we got an elite, average, well, above average. So elite, above average, elite, average, well, above average slightly. Then great, good, great, and average. But we ain't got no below average. We ain't got no trash. We ain't got no poor. And that's what I'm like. And this is what I don't mind the C's here and there, as long as we got the A's and B's flooding in with it. It's when we get to the D's and the F's that just unacceptable. I can't, now don't get me wrong. Tua's doing well enough to the point to where I'm that type of person. You give me 1 or 2 D's or F's in a season, that's okay too. But I don't want it 1 or 2 D's or F's and you got a whole bunch of C's. And right now you got some C's. So we want to try to still stay away from them D's and F's, because I could probably take 3 more C's on a season as long as everything else is above it. So this ain't bad. It's not bad, ladies and gentlemen. It really isn't. This is really good, honestly. And when you look at the composite score for the end of the season for Tua Tagovailoa, what I have right now, I have Tua at a 93.4, which is a A. So that's great. That's great football. That's great football. Okay. I just need Tua to end the season at really good, which is 85 or above. 85 to 90 is really good. 90 is great. 95 and above is elite. So I just need him to be really good. Really good. Okay. Now, for the most part, for the last few weeks, he was pretty much rocking a 99. He has come down to a 93. Things are starting to come back down to earth a little bit. I think as long as he continues to put up yards and touchdowns, he can maintain a high score. And above all, what's going to carry him is just being healthy. Now, next year, if he maintains health this year, next year, we're going to take the health factor out of the equation, and we're probably going to add more into the stats overall. But right now, he's perfect 10 on health, which is a good thing. Let me see, what did he end up with last year in health? His health last year, he ended up at 7.3, which was about 73% of the season was healthy for him. And even this year, if it was like a 0.73, let me show you the impact it has. It knocks him all the way down to an 84. It would knock his score all the way down to an 84 on the year if he was like 73% health. The health is really helping him, but it should. And the reason why we added it in is because we identified that was one of the major areas of concern. We didn't make it a heavyweight, but we made it 10% of his overall grade. So stay healthy, Tua. You're doing a good job in this area, of course. Oh, no, something just happened. Yeah, there you go. So right now he's rocking a 93.4, which is great. That is a great quarterback grade. 1.6 away from elite. And, you know, when you look at the games we got coming up, I mean, he should be hopping right back up in elite real soon. He should be hopping right back in that elite status, you know, next week or the week after. Now, if he struggles in a few of these games and turns the ball over and hurt himself in that regard, I don't think it'll be a good look, because that juggernaut at the end of the season, we got to be able to break through. Can we see Mahomes' grades in the grading system? I'd have to plug it in, because I literally did a spreadsheet with like 7 quarterbacks in the same system. And literally, I don't know what happened to it, T-Rich. I did it like 2 weeks ago, and I can't even find it. And I feel like I deleted it or didn't save it. And I would have to go in week by week and plug Mahomes in. It ain't like an easy plug in. You got to understand that. I got to go through all the raw stats. Like, look, raw interception, 0.71, the run grid. I'd have to do a lot. But, you know, that's interesting to do. Plug in Mahomes in or something like that. But here's where I don't think it would be fair to plug any other quarterback in. And that's why I probably didn't even keep it, is because here we got an availability grade, and we only did that because of Tua. We only did an availability grade because we identify where does our quarterback struggle the most. We need to put availability, because I told y'all, in order for me to believe that he's a franchise quarterback, he needs to have a season where he hits the target based off of this grading scale. Now, does that mean he's not going to be a franchise quarterback? None of us know. That's just up to the team, whether they want to make him that or not by giving him a contract. But he got to be 85 or above to get that, for me to feel like he's a franchise quarterback. Last year, he failed in that area, and the target was 1 point lower at 84. He ended up 80.1. But in large part, it was simply because of his availability grade. The Tua didn't get hurt last year, and we could have given him his full 10. Hold on. Oh, well, that would have still only brought him up to 82.8. He would have still been short. And that came because of the collapse at the end of the season. It really hurt his overall grade. And then he didn't have a large enough sample size to bounce back, because, again, there was only like 5 games where his score impacted so much. And this purple always helps Tua, because even in a bad game, it kind of offsets. The purple is huge for him. So when you look at this year, that purple, he got 2 games in purple as well. And he's going to need another 2 or 3 of those to really cement it. But we got to stay out. Like the C's, I'm not tripping about, but they do drag down the overall grade. They do drag it down. So he'll be fine, though. I think he'll hit it as long as he stays healthy and he doesn't collapse at the end. He'll be fine. Okay, he'll be just fine. Tua is ranked higher than Mahomes in every NFL QB stat. Yeah, I think Tua would end up higher than Mahomes on this chart. I just think the only thing Mahomes will probably have better is a running grade, but we only made that 5% because Tua is not a runner. So we didn't see, we only did this customized to grading Tua, not all quarterbacks. So if I were doing all quarterbacks, I'd take availability out of it. I'd actually increase the run grade. Instead of 5%, I may do it at 10% because the league has changed. It's a huge part of the position now. And I would probably have a bigger factor on turnovers, interceptions, but I would also add fumbles in here because that's something that goes on in the league that's hurtful. So that's what I would do if I were going to do this for all quarterbacks. And maybe next year, once Tua becomes a franchise quarterback and we can stop just evaluating his specific, then I'll make a chart where I can plug all quarterbacks in, and then we can go, from that, go at it that way. Because this one doesn't include fumbles. And if it did, for turnovers in general, Tua's grade might be a little lower. It might be a little lower. If I was to estimate, he might even be at a 0.50 in this area. And it doesn't knock him down much, but it hurts. It impacts him. So this is only interceptions. I didn't count fumbles. And I wouldn't have wanted to count fumbles just given the inconsistency even at the center position, because a lot of those end up being a quarterback stat even if the center messes up. So I hate to penalize a quarterback, even if it is their fault. I just left it out. Next year will be more customized, all right? Because remember, we did this together. We created it together as far as the categories and came up with the goals. We said Tua passing for 259 yards per game is perfect. That's about 4,500 yards a season. That'll be a really good goal. Tua throwing 2 touchdowns a game, which will give him a season-ending 34, would be franchise level. And Tua having 12 interceptions, no more than that, would be acceptable. So at the end of the day, the closer he is to a 1, the more he's on track for it. So when you think about it, basically 0.71 is what you're allowed a game. He's at 0.77. So he's over the trajectory of what you want him to be. Right now, he's basically projected to potentially throw 14 interceptions. And we kind of had him at 12 as the acceptable. Now, going over ain't a big deal, but you definitely don't want to get into the 16 to 18 range. So being on the pace for maybe 14, it's not great, but it also ain't disastrous. But if he gets into that 16 realm, that's not good at all. So we got to avoid a Green Bay 3 interception game for sure. But he definitely has turned the ball over more this year than usual. That is definitely the case. It looks like I might have a flaw in this, by the way. Let me go check it out. Give me a second. Tua stats. Let me see some, y'all. I might have a flaw on this week 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus the Giants. He threw 2 picks. Because I got 0.36. Is that the proper math here? All right. 2 divided by 0.01. Yeah, that's correct because it's rounded out. It's 355. So it's rounded up to 36. That's correct. I got it right. All right. So here's his grade. It is what it is. But yeah, Tua's doing a good job, y'all, at the end of the day. And again, I'm not trying to hate or anything like that, but my fairest assessment for Tua right now, just letting y'all know, is the fact that I was wrong in the sense in the past of Tua could never be a franchise quarterback. Tua is, he's, and I told y'all he was bad. But I think I've seen a whole lot more in a year and a half out of Tua than I thought was even possible. I like what Tua's actually doing. It gives me a lot more confidence. Now, does he have limitations? Wholeheartedly, absolutely. And again, I'm not arguing with nobody no more, but at the same token, I think as long as we have a good coach, we can, simmer those limitations, not put him on Front Street to where people are just dogging him. And the offense we have, it's kind of reckless, but it's effective. Man, just put that ball in that spot. And this ain't about spot throwing, but people got to understand, this offense is going to make Tua look really good for a long time until people just shut it down. And honestly, it takes guesswork. It takes guesswork in order to stop it, honestly, because you got to know where exactly the ball is going. Because even if it ain't open, Tua's firing that ball in the window. And as long as the receiver gets there in the same timing that they practiced it, Tua's going to throw dimes all day. That's why some of the dimes that he throws looks so flawless. Like, oh my gosh, how did he do that? It's actually easier than you think. Just put it in the spot at the time that you practice, and as long as the receiver is on time, it's going to look like a dime. Like, I could have 3 defenders around, but as long as it's in that spot and all of them are just not in reach of it, it's going to look like I split 3 defenders godly like. You know what I mean? And hey, it's great. It's great. But as long as but you also get that clear indication. If you go look at all the interceptions, it's almost like, what was he thinking? And that's the point. This offense doesn't require thinking. Just put it in the spot. If they run the perfect coverage, crap, we're screwed. But 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. They're not going to be, they got to guess to run the right coverage, because we're always, based off of what we see pre-snap, we know where we want to go, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be there. You just got to make sure you're on time. All right, so good job, Tua Tagovailoa, doing great things. But yeah, T-Rich said, nah, Tua is reading the defense and making great decisions. That's true and false. He is reading the defense pre-snap. All right, y'all in zone, look like cover 2. Pre-snap, he's identifying. And let me see, what did he say? And when it comes to making great decisions, this is what people need to understand, because there's also a chart that comes out that says Tua actually goes to his second read at a high level. Here's what people don't understand about our offense. When we hike the ball, like, just think about that one play, the wheel route, the slant, and the flat by the tight end. Think about that one play. Our offense is so simplistic that when he looks left at that wheel route, that flat, and that slant, he's looking at it all at once. And what he's doing, all he's doing, because that play versus cover 2, it stresses the outside linebacker. And all Tua has to do on that play is say, what is the linebacker going to do? Does the linebacker stay on the slant? Then I take the flat with the tight end. Is the corner staying down low for the flat? Then I take the wheel route over the top. Does the linebacker take the flat? Then I take the slant. That's what our offense is for that play in many of our plays. It gives immediate options that stress out the outside linebacker of the other team. Hike the ball, look that way, just read the corner and the linebacker. It's not reading the full defense and what coverage they're in. It's just reading that side of the field saying, all right, pre-snap, I got an outside linebacker in a corner and a safety deep. Oh, okay. So they're in cover 2. So the slot receiver is uncovered. He's going to run the slant, which makes the linebacker say, do I take this running back in the flat or do I stay here with the slant? And then the outside corner, matter of fact, the outside corner is free, but the outside corner is going to be required to take the wheel route. And if he doesn't take the wheel route and he takes the flat, then bam, I got the wheel route. That's all the offense is. It's hiking the ball, knowing that you have a mismatch. Why do you have a mismatch? Because pre-snap, you have the slot receiver maybe guarded by the corner and the tight end guarded by the linebacker, but that motion is coming and nobody's following because it's zone. So now everybody's man just changed. Hike the ball, who follows who and who doesn't get followed. And it's that simple. So what happens is when Tua looks at the linebacker, he's also looking at the slant. Linebacker stays with the slant, I hit the flat. Oh, Tua went to a second read. That's why those numbers for Tua are so high this year on the second read. It's real simple. And yeah, it is still reading a defense, but it's not reading a holistic defense. And here's the proof. When none of it's there, when they bring the safety in the box, which the safety is going to take the slant, and the linebacker goes in the flat, and the corner stays with the wheel, and Tua hikes the ball, and he hesitates, as y'all see at least 4 to 5 times. Every time we play a great team, you see it about 4 to 5 times in a game where he hesitates and like, oh, it ain't there. Now the play collapses. 9 times out of 10 in those situations, now the play collapses. So we're reading the defense, but we're not reading the entire defense. Mike McDaniel has made it to where he only needs to read one side of the field. And thank you, Scar305. You are correct. It's not a traditional reading the defense, but he's reading half the field where the action is going, giving him easy decisions, unlike the other quarterbacks in a pro-style system that have to read the entire coverage, go through progressions. Y'all got to understand that system we run isn't as progression based as you think. We got plays that have progressions, but that play is not a progression. It's just a reaction to whatever the defense does. We hit the open guy, but we got to hit him quick because somebody closed. It's that simple. Let me see. All right, but anyway, man, let's get into some of the film because I only got like 30 minutes max to hop on it anyway. All right, let me get rid of these grades. All right, we'll save. But Tua's doing a good job, man. At the end of the day. All right, let me share the screen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. They ran that play against Philly like twice. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember how much they ran it in what game pretty much anymore. But here you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be on screen because you all can hear me. All right, got my H2O. All right, let's do it, Tua. Let's do it. Defense. We want to break down all the ins and outs of this game, by the way. Yeah, of course, we love paying attention to Tua, but we also want to look at the defense and see, what we did well in this game. And also what Mahomes potentially missed as well, because I saw some opportunities that he blew. But let's break it down. All right. I don't care about no kickoff. Get out of here. All right, here we go. So the first drive, we already know what happened. Here we got 4-man organic pass rush. And I want y'all to take notice of something. I want you to look at where they're hiking the ball at the 25. And we don't have a player deeper, 9 yards deep. Now we got one creeping in the back. It's more of a cover 1 look, right? Cover 3, actually, when you look at the Xavier Howard and the other safety. We got man underneath cover 3 look. At least that's what I'm assuming. Now they're backing out of it. So Fangio now they have the motion going. So it changes what they do. So we do this same thing, right? But you see how the safety's coming downhill? You see what I mean? But usually teams don't bring the safety downhill on us. So now you got that wheel route from the receiver in motion. You got the receiver with the slant. In the tight end veering out, but this definitely isn't it because tight end on the opposite side of the field. Just throwing it out there. But anyway, Mahomes hikes the ball. We're gonna pause frame here. So as you can see, quick little hitter here where you had the wheel route, you had the quick little slant action, but it looks like nothing's actually developing, even though this is a pass play. We're gonna pause right here. Man, it's almost like so far, it looks like good coverage. And you got Mahomes on the far side of the field. This is an interesting wrinkle right here. Oh, Kansas City. You could tell they schemed against this with us. Let me go back. This is an interesting offensive play, and I like what they're doing. It doesn't even look organized, but it's genius. My bad, y'all. I'm actually looking at this. Hold on. Wheel route. Slant to hold Javon Holland as the safety. Number 11, coming across, look like he's on a crosser. But instead of a crosser, he's moving to the next level because Mahomes got the whole defense check coming down his way, especially with Travis Kelce on that side. But what they do, this is designed, but it just looks weird design. You got number 11 coming through the seam from the opposite side of the field. So a pre-snap look, usually he'd be lined up over there, but instead, this is genius. This is genius. This was simply designed to go to number 11 and nobody else. This is genius. The way that they ran this was designed to go to nobody but 11. Look what everybody else is doing. They're not trying to get open. They're not trying to catch the ball. They're looking to see if number 11 is going to get it. Look at the little comeback route down here by the 30. That's just to pull the safety. And then he's going to move out of that just so that the safety Holland doesn't see the other guy coming behind him. Then you got the deep post about to come and pull the safety with the deep ball. And you just have your guy right up the seam on first down with a huge chunk to start the game. That was a beautiful play design. Not gonna lie. Let me go back real quick because I want to show y'all something that the Chiefs always do that people don't realize. And it's on plays just like this. Look at this. 3, 6, 6-man protection against 4-man rush. Travis Kelce stays in. Chubb out there struggling one-on-one. Zeeler struggling one-on-one. Christian Wilkins getting doubled in the middle. Nobody even have a chance. All right, next play. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. What do we have defensively? Another organic pass rush. We got it spread out at the bottom. But then it looks like you have obvious zone coverage because the slot is uncovered on both sides. Or is it? Yep, zone coverage. This is a quick out route, look like action to Travis Kelce. I don't know if he will. And he does. Just a quick little extension of the run, 4 yards on first down. Quick action. Spread it out, quick out. You can read this pre-snap too. Like, look at this. They were trying to send. Oh no, I want y'all to pay attention. They backed out the defensive lineman. This is Fangio's defense. You see Jalen Phillips backs out in the coverage, but they send the opposite side blitz. But it ain't a blitz. It's just a 4-man rush. But that's what Fangio defense does. So this is what I was explaining to y'all preseason about Fangio's defense, how it rotates. So watch, you're going to see Phillips back out in coverage, safety move closer to the middle, the other safety come downhill because they're going to send 51. Everything is a rotation. See the other safety? One safety's moving back deep to take over the middle, the other one coming downhill to take on Travis Kelce, trying to disguise it. And now they get into it. That's Fangio's defense in a nutshell. That's the bread and butter to his defense. That's why Chubb is always guarding in the secondary and Jalen Phillips as well. Watch the rotation. They try to send blitzers that way. All right, here we go. Another 4-man rush look like. We got a man press on the outside, but here comes that wheel that backs out Jalen Ramsey. That wheel route, but then the safety coming back downhill again. Same defensive formation. And this is similar to the play with that 11 had last time. But let's see what they do this time. They run the ball. Similar formation, though. All right, next play. Heavy line of scrimmage. Power formation obviously got man coverage right there. Mahomes seen him follow just the fullback, and they fake the handoff, and he knows he got man coverage. Look at the double coverage, technically triple coverage on Travis Kelce. Then we got the guy in the flat out here. This is literally a three-man route. Three-man route. And how did this guy sneak out of the backfield by himself? Let's find out. Or did he sneak out of the backfield? Yep, he was at the fullback position. So there you have it. See, this is genius too. This is genius too. I like this little rub right here. When you look at what happens, Mahomes recognizes man coverage. Cater Cole, who has the Harmon, he goes in motion. Right here, it's already too late because Travis Kelce is going to create a natural pick, and Kohu's going to get lost in the action. Bam. They thought it was a run. Kohu like, oh, Travis Kelce right in my frame. And that was good enough right there. And Kohu was out of position. Makes the tackle with Jalen Phillips, but these are easy first down plays. Schematically is what they're doing in this situation. All right, next play. 2 stacked to the left. Heavy line. 4-man rush look like we got here. Now, it's always interesting watching the Dolphins defense when you got the slot corner up there. Fangio loves to send him on a blitz, and that he does once again. Anytime you see Javon Holland, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Anytime you see Javon Holland literally playing less than 10 yards in the box right there at the top, he actually has one of those receivers. It just doesn't look like it. Bam, blitz coming, but they're zoned up. Pause. Ooh, 83, wide open. Bad safety play right here. I don't know to who. Who is that? Deshaun Elliott. I got to go back and see why he got beat so bad on this. And part of it was getting that blitz. They got caught on the blitz, and now you got the deep crosser. No, the post on both sides. That's a big gasher. And that's a double post, one at the top, one at the bottom. And when you got a blitz and safety, this is recipe for disaster. Look at all these linebackers and stuff at the intermediate level. Recipe for disaster. There's no way to guard that in the defense we were in. There's no way to guard that. Deshaun Elliott would have came up, then you risk the big play for the touchdown. All right, trips to the left, one to the right. X in a press situation with Travis Kelce. One in motion. No one follows particularly, even the safety. We're zoned out again. And here you have it. Mahomes looking for that action over the middle with Kohu. Dutton. Oh, man, who got beat on this one? Javon Holland that time. Number 84, straight at Holland, inside leverage. That did it. And you know what's creating all of this? If you notice, that's 3 big plays, but you know what created every single one of them? It's simple. The attention to Travis Kelce. Look at this. You see Travis Kelce? He's got the defense shifting his way, and now they know he's outside, and Deshaun Elliott, they terrified of Travis Kelce. And what are they doing? And this is why they bottled Travis Kelce up for the day. But this is what it gives. Inside leverage, again, with an elite quarterback, touchdown. Travis Kelce made that play. Travis Kelce made that play right there. Look at the defense. Deshaun Elliott. That's all Travis Kelce. Creating that one-on-one inside leverage against Holland. And let me go back to that real quick. The sad part of it is I like for us to scheme that better. And here's why. If you got X one-on-one with Kelce, you got to live with that. If you have Xavier Howard one-on-one with Travis Kelce, you're supposed to live with that. Allow Deshaun Elliott to stay back at the safety position, and that you can't, McCombs can't make that throw if Deshaun Elliott gets to stay in his 1/3. Well, they cover 3. They're 1/3 of the field right here, it looks like. But at the same token, this is where you should be able to allow your guy to go one-on-one. At least it will be a contested catch with Travis Kelce with Xavier Howard. But I'm sorry, you cannot. I don't care who the receiver is. Patrick Mahomes, inside leverage with a tight end, look like on a safety, and he beat him. That's easier than a one-on-one Xavier Howard, Travis Kelce to me. Now look at this. Oh, look at this pass rush. Look at this pass rush, y'all. 5-on-4. We got a chip on Phillips. He didn't even really touch him. Christian getting double teamed. Phillips getting stood up one-on-one. Zeiler getting stood up one-on-one. And Chubb getting stood up one-on-one. Nobody had a crease. Nobody had leverage. Look at this. Not a single one of them got any step to even coming close. Got to be better in that area. Oh, wait. Did he drop the ball or something? Yeah, they had to replay it. Okay, well, he must have dropped the ball or something, or there was a penalty or something because it got brought back. So here they are from the 10-yard line. All right, so what kind of action do we have here from the defense? Man press on the out at the bottom. So we got man across the board, but it's too spread out. You got the safety in the middle of the field knowing that it's man coverage. This is a beautiful play design. They dialed this up based off of the defense. Quick screen. Too spread out to stop that. Too spread out. Too spread out. All right, here we go. Here we are in the action. All right, so when you look at the Chiefs, one thing that they're already doing different, you see how the safety is outside of the 10 yards? Excuse me. Now, look at this. 5, 6, 7. 7-man protection. 3-man route. 7-guy protection. Clean pocket. Armstead getting pushed back a little, but it's still clean. 7-man protection here. All right. So we're going to have a scooping under, Waddle coming under, and they're going to kind of cross him and Tyreek right there to create the space in zone coverage. Right. Right there. You just got guys of speed running. Tua knows what's going to happen. The safety's being attacked right now. What do? Pause right here. Ugh. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Tua went with the safe throw on this. This could have very well been a touchdown. I think Tua went with the safe throw, but you got Tyreek Hill one-on-one leverage post, and you got the safety who turned around. Oh man, you got to float that ball deep towards the sideline, like underneath Tyreek Hill. But again, I told y'all we don't throw deep balls in the open field anymore. McDaniel only allowed Tua to throw a deep ball when it's around the 42 or 43-yard line going towards the end zone. We do not allow deep balls in this part of the field. Like literally, the last time we threw a deep ball in the open field, and when I say open, it's from this side of the field all the way to the opponent's 43. The last time we did that was week 1 versus the Chargers. And these are potential touchdowns, man. And I ain't gonna lie, some quarterbacks, they heaving this ball and Tyreek off to the races. Bam, right here. You see that cock back is still great timing. And you let that go for Tyreek right here. Look at the safety. Back turned. If you know the play, but we're not even looking there, but to be honest with you. So you go Waddle in that pocket of the zone, first down. Now here come, who is that? AB talk about TD complaining about a 30-yard pass. LOL, this ain't no 30-yard pass. This is from the 25-yard line to the 40? 40. Matter of fact, less than that. This is a 14-yard gain. This is a 14-yard gain right here. So don't tell me about no 30-yard pass. Protection, all those double teams. This is what we dial up. Next play. 2 to the right. Power formation. Toss to the outside. Couldn't do anything. And I got to see this play. Why is it so hard for us to run the ball in this game? I probably already see why. Bam. See, this is what the Chiefs did to us. Let me show you. Right here, you see the 4 men on the line of scrimmage? Technically, they got 5. Number 87, he's playing the line. He's playing either Mostert or he's actually playing the fullback Ingle. But he's on the line of scrimmage. And they made it wide so they could set the edge. All they did all game to stop our run was set the edge. If you're going to run, you better run up the middle. Bam, took it on. Look at that. Outside leverage. Our job is to get inside, force them inside. But right there, the defender already got outside leverage. Catch up, make him bounce it wider than he wants to. Defenders in a triangle, and even the corner out there got outside leverage, which says you got to cut that back into my guys. This is why it was hard for us to run the ball. They did that for the most part all game until they thought that it was a throwing situation, and we got some at the end of the game. All right, here we go with another wheel route. Oh, nope. We're going to pause it. So we're not wheel routing this one. Just a motion to see what we're in. Now we're running the motion. Screen pass. And look at the attack here. 51 is going to turn around. 2 defenders on 1. And then you got the guy with outside leverage here. There's nowhere Tyreek can go with this. There's nothing he can do. Nothing. They bottling it up, man. They all over it. This is a design play, no reads, but the one play we're trying to do. Throw a quick screen, and look at that. They get inside right away. Now, what I don't like about this is, here's what I don't like about it overall. Watch this. You see it pre-snap. You already see it pre-snap. The safety coming downhill, and not for Tua, but pre-snap, they were already on it. The thing that hurt is that motion. But at the same, because the safeties were so high, it looked like a good play. But as soon as that safety followed the motion guy, and I'm gonna tell y'all now, this is exactly what teams are gonna look for with us. This is a tell. Here I go. I got a linebacker, kind of Tyreek. This is zone coverage. But as soon as that guy come in motion, this is what Kansas City did. They sent the safety in the middle of the field. They reacted. They said, okay, now we got to go cover 1 because we're tripping up on this side. And that safety bails in the shallow. And now you don't have the blockers you thought you had. Now you don't have the blockers you thought you had pre-snap. That's the key to that motion, guys. Send that safety downhill and go cover 1. All right. Was that a false start on us? Yeah. Just terrible. All right, let's back up here. All right, here we go. Next up, 4-man rush. There go Tyreek in motion on that. Another wrinkle of that wheel. Now, here's an interesting take here on this play that I want y'all to pay attention to. Let's let it play, and then I'll show you what happened here. Oh, I hated this. The Chiefs were all over what we do. They knew exactly what we do. Now, watch this. When you have trips on the right, let me ask y'all a question. Even y'all know this. If we got trips on the right with the wheel route, what percentage of the time do we have a play going the other way? Trips on the right with Tyreek hiding, and he's going to run a wheel route out there. What percentage of the time are we going to go to the single one-on-one on the other side? What percent of the time are we going to go to the single one-on-one coverage on the other side? Down here at the bottom, knowing you got trips to the right with Tyreek hiding, and if he goes in motion on a wheel route, what percent of the time are we going to go back the other way? Maybe 5%, one out of every 20 plays. And the truth is never, but I'm just going to, just in case it does happen, one out of every 20 times. And I think the Chiefs' game plan was, you know what? Every time we got trips to one side and they run that wheel with Tyreek hiding behind the line of scrimmage, the opposite side send the blitz because Tua ain't going to look. He ain't ever going to look at what's coming on that opposite side. Not a knock on Tua, but that's what the play is designed for. He ain't going to ever. The safety going to take that guy over there, and then the blitz going to be coming. That's all it is. That's what's happening here. So watch. Tyreek under center, goes in motion. Look at them. They ready. They backed out. Look at the blitz up the middle coming and the outside blitz. One more than you can block. And it happened quick. It happened quick. And look at the coverage on the play. Look at the coverage on the play. The only guy that you would have been able to throw it to was Tyreek Hill, but it's too late. They got there. This ain't on Tua. This ain't on Tua nor McDaniel. This is purely the Chiefs defense doing this to us. There ain't nothing we could have did on this play to change this. Blitz coming, we should still be able to pick it up. Right here, Tua can't anticipate this throw yet. If he had one more second, he would have been able to anticipate the Tyreek right there in the zone, but this is a perfect play from the Chiefs. He don't have time. You're tripping. You are tripping if you expect. Oh, man, I went too far forward. You are straight tripping if you expect on this play Tua to release the ball right here. Watch this. Right here. You are he's already touched. Now, I see what some people are saying about the out route, but that's not what they're trying to get on this play. They're trying to hit Tyreek in the middle right here. This is a little wrinkle we run all the time. This ain't on Tua. I know y'all would. Now, it's easy to say, hey, hit the out, but he don't even see the guy coming. Bam, hit the out right here. But what if the corner sees it and jumps down low? If Tua throws that out right here, the corner on the top is going to come down. And now it's too late. The guy's already on him. So just so you know, this ain't got nothing to do with Tua. This ain't got nothing to do with McDaniel. He just called the play. This play right here is clearly the Chiefs doing their homework on how to stop this system. How to stop the system. He said only 5 people rushed TD. Yeah, because they backed out one of the linemen. So watch. One of the linemen's backing out, and then the other one, number 23, is coming. This is all schematic what they're doing. Bam. Look, 56 dropped out. So they overloaded the blind side. Look at it. 23 was free too. 23 was free too. And let me tell you, if 35 wasn't blitzing right here, Tua would still be in trouble because now he got somebody coming up the middle on him. And good job protecting himself, by the way, not taking the hit. He just dived down. This is all Kansas City. This ain't got nothing to do with Miami, y'all. This is all Kansas City. Scheme. That's an all Kansas City scheme right there. All right, back to Mahomes. Oh, man, I'm running out of time. Dang, we only got through 2 drives. because I got a business meeting at 12, y'all. Dang. So what we saw so far, the Chiefs really took advantage of the Fangio system. Now, it obviously tightens up later in the game, which we want to see how we were able to do it. But for the most part, on our offensive side of the ball, Tua had an opportunity on that big play to Tyreek, in my opinion. But hey, we still got the first down with a 14-yard chunk to Waddle. But outside of that, they've been all over the scheme. It's like we have tails on our offense. Tyreek in motion, bounce out, go single high, safety downhill. Trips to the right, Tyreek doing the wheel over there, send the weak side, send the blind side blitz. And that wasn't the only time they did it in the game. It was like anytime they run this set and send a wheel, send the blind side blitz, because he ain't going to see it coming because he's looking over there. I told y'all, when we hike the ball, we look at that 3-man action. Does that person do that? We don't know what's going on behind us. And teams are going to start to see that. All right. You don't have a meeting. I do. Hopefully it only lasts no more than 30 minutes, and then maybe I'll come right back. But I do. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I got to go. I only got like 3 minutes left before I need to log into this meeting. So love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will see y'all real soon. We'll go over some more film and we'll get into it. Peace. I'm out.